You know, I pretty much said everything, and we've had such great attendance and everything with all of the open functions and so forth. So I don't have a whole lot to say as far as a passing speech or whatever. I just want to say thanks to all the members of this association that you're willing to share and do what you do and participate in the listserv and participate in basically calls or questions and anything that you might have. I feel comfortable calling anybody that's in this room and ask you how you address something, and you're always there. There's a lot of associations that are not that way. I've kind of joked over the over the years, being in the telephone business since 1974 and part of the interconnect world for quite a few years in the PBX and key environment and business system environment. You couldn't put this many people in that industry in the same room. And to do what you guys do is quite phenomenal, and you really deserve a round of applause. I just want to do some thank yous. First of all, I want to thank Mandy and Julia at my office. When Larry asked me to be president-elect, we had somewhat of a sit-down discussion, and they gave me the full commitment of that they would take care of the office and for me not to worry about it and to go forward and do it. And they have responded tenfold over what I had expected them to do, and I want to thank both of you too. I also want to thank my entire staff for picking up the ball. And most importantly, I want to thank my wife Sherry for me staying on the computer late at night doing emails and on early in the morning doing emails, and normally when we have our quality coffee time, I'm got a laptop on my lap. So, but thank you very much, darling. And I want to thank, and lastly, I guess, I want to thank the board of directors. I want to say something here that people don't realize. And everybody that stood up here said they had the best board of directors, and even though we may have some shortfalls or maybe we may have some issues, there's nobody on that board that won't pick up the baton if it's handed to them. And they have worked so hard. I think this conference is an example of it. I think Dennis is not even on the board anymore, but Dennis has worked hours upon hours trying to get the community server up and the forums. But this board has made some very, very hard decisions. We have looked at a fiscal responsibility, and we've taken that charge head on. And whether it was in full agreement or whether we had discussion over it, they chimed together, and we made some great decisions. And if you were on the board this past year, I want to deeply thank you for your support, and thank you for all your participation in everything that we've done over the past year. So I'd like to give them a round of applause. It's been a real pleasure to be the president of this association over the past year. It's very rare that you work with a group of people, even though we've had differences and we've had battles and or whatever. But it's unbelievable what it is to be president of this association, and I thank you for that opportunity. It's been truly my pleasure. I hope we are better today than we were yesterday, and I hope we will be better tomorrow than we are today. And it's been truly a pleasure, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for you allowing me to be your president for 2011. Being president of the association, you get to make some real fun decisions too, and one was who was going to be president-elect. That was a real issue because I could have picked anybody on the board, but and they would have done well. But I talked to Beth Cooper about this several months ago, or actually a long time ago. I don't even know when. I'm a bad judge of time, Beth, so don't put that into the equation. But Beth has been just a right arm to me for the entire year. She and I have worked on a lot of things together, and she's such a strong lady and strong person, and she has the conviction to this association like none other, and which made the decision easy to make. It's a true pleasure, Beth, to bring you on as president of this association, and I don't know of anybody else that would fill the shoes of this association any better. So let's bring a round of applause for Beth Cooper. Oh, I got an official duty too. Get to give her a hammer, Gary. Look out.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
We all have our Corey notes.
Our box.
Okay, box is important. Okay. Okay, Mike, you can't go anyplace. Oh, I forgot that makes noise. Mike was extremely modest, as you all know, when he talked about what he's done this year. And I know that all the members here and the members who are at home watching us or at work want to join me in thanking him and recognizing him with this plaque. Don't go bless you. And also accept this gift of appreciation from your board and the members.
Thank you.
Okay. He's done. Well, he really isn't. He doesn't get to go anyplace. I also want to welcome everybody and thank you all for being here today. I am now going to introduce the new ATSI board. If you would stand, if you're present, please, so that we can recognize you. And I will announce our officers. Are there any board members here? Okay. Okay. We got a couple shy ones. Brian, get up. Brian. All board members, if you are on the new board, please stand so that you can be recognized. Okay, I'm just going to ignore the light. So Marianne Wetmore, I am pleased to announce, after careful consideration on her part, has accepted and was nominated and voted by the board to be your new president-elect. Chris Bell, who was here earlier this week but had to leave for other business, is going to be our treasurer. I think, as you all know, he's a man for numbers. And Mary Hurley is going to be our secretary this year. Our other board members that are here, Donna Fisher, representing STA, Debbie Bibber, representing TUNE, Mary Hurley, representing OEO. Brian Gilmore is an elected director, as is Don Newborn. Terry Pafil is for SNUG, replacing myself. Corey, our conference chair, is NAEO, and I don't see Will Porter, but Will Porter is an elected director. Also, that could not be here today, Marcy Hewlett, and Darlene Campbell, and Michael Shaw, who also had to leave early. So that is our board, and thank you all. We represent you. We want to hear from you. Please let us know how you feel about things. Now I'm going to present certificates to the member sites who went through the ATSI 24 site certification program in the past year. And these sites are not represented here today. Combined Communications, Bowling Green, Kentucky; A Better Connection, Gilbert, Arizona; AMAC Teleservices in Newington, Connecticut; and Answer Services, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Okay. Okay, and present today, Dexcom in Corinthrow, Louisiana. Is there someone here from Dexcom? You want to present or reach down and do? Okay, thank you. Congratulations. Executive Services, Pueblo, Colorado. I feel like a star up here because you really cannot see but the first row. I hear you're making faces at me, but the real fun's about to come in a minute. Welcome, Madam President. MedCom Professional Services, Levittown, Pennsylvania. What? Call Experts, Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, got this thing. Focus Telecommunications, Eldersburg, Maryland. We had 14 sites that certified or recertified this year. Some of the sites recertified for the third time. My office, Answer Quick, recertified this year. Oh. I think all this appreciation's gone to his head. Alert Communications, Ventura, California. Almost thought I should walk down. Hey, congratulations, guys. Will you're in your picture? Strange poses here. Rochester Telemessaging, Rochester, Michigan. Keystone Answering, Allentown, Pennsylvania. How am I doing time-wise, okay? See, these pictures are designed so you can cut me out, they'll look better. And finally, Business Connect, New Holland, Pennsylvania. Now the moment that I've really been waiting for, because I get to say something about Dennis O'Hara, our next presenter. I know. So here's what he paid me to say. He's broad at the shoulder, slender at the hip, and has piercing blue-gray eyes. Now, I don't know who that is, but please welcome Dennis O'Hara. I can't. You knew what I said, didn't you? Can I hit you with this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do I get a second for that motion?